Hello everybody, my name is Seiji Davis. I'm a somatic educator, and what I do is I train people how to turn off chronic tension, chronic pain through movement. And so these somatic movements you can use to deal with all kinds of issues. You can use somatics for enhancing your brain, making your body more flexible, getting more control over your body, and also getting more efficiency out of your brain and body for long-term parts of your life. And so it's really a wonderful technique that anybody can use. You don't have to have pain for somatics. You can just do somatics for your own personal benefit. Releasing pain is really just one of the perks, but it's a really useful perk. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to turn off pain and tension in your knees, or how to make your legs a little bit more flexible. I'm going to be teaching you two different types of movements because there's different muscles and different areas of the body that we're going to be working with. But what we want to focus on, I'm actually going to stand up and show you. We're looking at the muscles kind of like right underneath your kneecap. If you can't see, this is my kneecap. And there are muscles leading up from the shin into the kneecap. And then also on the top here, we have your quad muscles. And these quads here help you to straighten your leg or to lock your knee. And so those are some of the movements that muscles that we're going to be working with. And then we're also going to be working with the muscles here in the back of the leg that also get connected all the way up to the gluteus muscles in your butt. And I'm going to be teaching you a movement to help you lengthen your hamstrings, which are right here. And if you feel up your leg here, you can actually feel that there's like a kind of a wiry muscle tissue that's kind of like hard or tense. At least in me it's tense, and that's my hamstring muscle, and I have them on both sides. And I'm going to teach you really simple movement that'll help you to lengthen those. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to fix my hair so it doesn't get distracting. Perfect. So let's get started. So I'm sitting here on a massage table, and you can use any high surface to sit on. I'd recommend either a table or a countertop, or if you have one, a massage table, but just some kind of surface where your feet don't need to touch the ground or can't touch the ground. And this movement could not be any more simple. Go ahead and lift up that foot and straighten the leg. And what I'm also doing here is I'm pulling my toes up toward my knee. So I'm flexing my ankle, and that way I put all of the front of my leg under contraction. And now very slowly lower the foot. Feel how you're lengthening your quads, and at the very end you can just let your foot dangle. You don't see it here in the video, but I'm just letting my foot kind of dangle loosely. And now I'm going to do the same with my right leg. So I'm going to lift the foot, flex the ankle once my leg is straight, and then slowly release. And at the end, just totally relax. Relax the ankle, and then let it all rest. And I'm just letting my feet dangle here in the air, not placing them on any surface, just so I can really let these muscles completely lengthen out without having anything in the way. And if you want, you can even raise both feet. And again, straightening both legs, flexing the ankles, and then slowly release. And the slower you do these movements or these releases, the more benefit you'll get out of these movements. Because what we're really doing is a slow movement is a voluntary action by the brain. Anything that becomes chronic is habitual, and as we all know, a habit is something that kind of becomes unconscious. And so we want every movement to be a conscious movement. So that's why we do it slowly. If you do anything slowly, say if you reach up to scratch up your head, do it slowly and you'll notice all the fine little muscular movements that you have to make that happen. And so it really is more of a brain thing than it is a body thing, but it affects the body in a real way. So, that's the movement sitting. Remember to be in a high surface, something where your feet can't touch the ground. And the next one is going to be on your belly. This next movement isn't really that much different. It's kind of the opposite of what we just did. So we started with the knees bent to straighten the knees. And now we're starting with the legs straight to bend the knees. And so, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be flexing and releasing the hamstring muscles and also other muscles in the legs. And this will help you to get more flexibility out of your legs, but also to help you deal with some of the pain of like right behind in the joint of the knee, kind of behind or the bottom side. So that'll really help you to get more out of your legs and to start to release some of the trauma that you might have stored there through accidents or sports injuries or, you know, just general wear and tear in your body. And so this movement is just as simple as the other one, maybe even easier. All it requires you to do is to lay on your stomach. There's nothing else to it. You can lay in your bed, you can lay on a yoga mat or a blanket. I got a massage table here just because of reasons. But yeah, let me just show you the movement and see how it goes. And yeah, and then you can try it out for yourself. And so what I'm doing is I'm just going to focus on one leg at a time. So I'm going to start with my left leg. That's the one closest to the camera now. And all I'm doing is bending this knee. And now I could bring it all the way over here, but once I bring it over here, I don't really have to exert much force to keep the leg up. So when you start the movement, lift it only about maybe 45 degrees, 90 degrees at the most. But 45 degrees, you can still really feel all the contractions and all the actions and force that your legs have to use to keep the foot up. And so from 45 degrees, slowly allow your foot to sink back down and to lengthen this leg. And you'll feel it, especially toward the end, how you're lengthening your hamstrings. And when you come to the end, kind of like push your foot into the floor and lock the knee and then let it relax. I don't know if you could really see it on the video, but I just straighten my leg here like that and then just let it relax. So now we're going to do it again. Pay attention. You're going to lift the foot about 45 degrees. I can feel the contraction happening in my knee now. I'm going to slowly release. It might be a little bit shaky, but just bear with it. And just release really, really slowly all the way till your leg can rest. And once it rested, then I just like to straighten the leg, lock the knee, and that way it gives it some extra length, and then just let it rest. And now if you also want, like we did sitting, we can also do this laying, is contract both knees. Feel it on both legs, kind of like a whale tail. And slowly come back down. Straighten both knees. And then relax. Okay, so that was it. It was just straightening the legs and then bending the legs. And each. There's a slow release. If you've seen my other videos, I teach you how to turn off neck pain, shoulder pain, lower back pain, how to improve your posture, all these different kinds of things. You can also private message me and find out more about somatics and private sessions, because there's a lot of benefit you can get from doing one-on-one sessions with a somatic educator. But until then, use these movements, share them with your family and friends, especially with the people that are having issues with their knees. I'd like everybody in the world to be able to have access to this wonderful technique. And as always, be relaxed, be happy, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.